Hello guys, this is another video on numerology, and here I'm going to connect two events that occurred in completely different places upon the earth and also over 2,000 years time-wise from one another. In this case, it's the destruction of the first Jewish temple, Solomon's Temple, and an event that occurred in British history more recently, the 1605 Gunpowder Plot. Now you can see on screen here then we've got this article at least first mentioning the first temple. And what I'm interested then is the date that it was destroyed. If we scroll down here, you can see in this box here in red, it talks about it being destroyed by the Babylonians in 586 BC. Also, the second temple was destroyed by the Romans in 70 CE, which is also AD. The first temple then was destroyed almost 2,500 years ago, and the other one just about 2,000 years ago. But there's one very interesting point that all Jewish people know. It's something to do with when both temples were destroyed in terms of the Hebrew calendar. If we look here, we can see more. This article again talks about the destruction of the first temple, and if we scroll down, you can see here the critical point is they were both destroyed on day 9 of the month Av, AV, under the Hebrew calendar. At sunset at the beginning of the 9th day of the month of Av, the Babylonians set fire to the temple. The Talmud reports that the fire began at night just after the conclusion of the Sabbath. Now the 9th of Av became a fast day on the Jewish calendar, and it also goes on to say that the second temple too would be destroyed 4 centuries later on the very same date, again the 9th of Av. Now if we know the years when both of these temples were destroyed in terms of the Julian calendar, and we also know the day and month when they were destroyed under the Hebrew calendar, we can use a calendar converter to fill in the blanks. That gets us this here. The first temple was destroyed then on the 16th of July 586 BC, 9 Av 3175 under the Hebrew calendar. And also the second temple was destroyed on the 3rd of August 70 AD, again 9 Av, this time the year is 3830 under the Hebrew calendar. Now these dates are absolutely flawless, I assure you. I'm going to concentrate here though upon the first temple and this date here. This event would appear to be very well connected numerologically to another event, and that is the Gunpowder Plot. Now we have a very precise date for this, and again if you're a foreigner, if you're not British like me, you might never have heard of this, but this was like the 9/11 event of its time, only it was foiled. So what we had was a group of conspirators, and they had this plan to literally blow up the House of Lords during the state opening of Parliament on the 5th of November 1605, as a prelude to a popular revolt in the Midlands during which James's 9-year-old daughter Elizabeth was to be installed as the Catholic head of state. Now, these conspirators then, they secreted into the Houses of Parliament 36 barrels of gunpowder, you can see right here. And they had this trigger man, Guy Fawkes, who was like hidden away with the gunpowder, ready to light the whole lot up, get the fuse going, and then get out and blow the whole thing to bits. So it says here, during a search of the House of Lords at midnight on the 4th of November 1605, they found him. So he was there, camped out all night, ready to wait for the next day, 5th of November, to set the gunpowder alight and blow up everything, and anybody who's anybody would have been at the state opening. So that was the plot, okay? So, how does this relate then to the destruction of the Jewish temple? And the answer is the time separation. You can see here then, we've got the precise dates of both events. 16th of July 586 BC and 5th of November 1605 AD. Now if you're sharp with your math, and you look at the Julian day numbers, you'll see a connection already. Okay, so what is the time separation between both events? Exactly 800,000 days. Not a day more, not a day less. Now this is an interesting part regarding numerology in terms of a divine framework, if you will. Great events would appear to take place on very special days. But it doesn't mean that the event will be, say, successful. The Babylonians absolutely set fire to the first temple and destroyed it on the 16th of July 586 BC. In 1605 though, 5th of November, an attempt was made to destroy Parliament. It was not successful, but the event was attempted on a numerologically significant date, okay? Now, I will say the cathedral that was destroyed recently in Notre Dame in France, the 15th of April, I believe, that was also destroyed by fire. I have tried looking to see if there's a connection linking that to something. I've not been able to find it. I have to say it, I've not been able to find it. But I wouldn't be surprised at all if there was some connection to some other event, something similar to this, okay? But anyway, we'll leave it there for the moment. Again, if you like this video, subscribe, bell notification button, and also visit my website. The link is in the description box. And if you like my work, consider purchasing my book, Occult Physics. For now though, we'll leave it there.